is up? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Back with some more Dead Space Remake for you. And today I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to defeat the impossible mode in Dead Space Remake and get those nice rewards after beating it in the end. A lot of people, I think, are making it maybe a little bit more harder than it has to be, and I get it. Everyone has different skills and levels of skill, but I think a lot of it can be avoided, as well as a few tricks that may really help make this a lot easier of a time than it needs to be. But without further ado, let's get right into it. First tip, I think, is pretty self-explanatory. Beat the game. Beat the game and get some familiarity with the game so you know when certain things are going up. Hell, beat the game on hard mode, because impossible mode and hard mode are pretty similar. The only major differences is that impossible mode, you have to at least beat it once before you can do a new game plus. You can't start a new game plus the first time in impossible mode until you at least beat it once in impossible mode. As well as, you're obviously starting at the beginning. You can't die one time, which I'll elaborate more in the end how to get around that. But basically, get familiarity with the game so that you know what's coming up. That's pretty self-explanatory. Next part, tip number 2. Use only 3 or 4 weapons. If you have all the other weapons equipped on your inventory, it's going to give you ammunition throughout all those weapons throughout the game. Once in a while you might see ammunition from something you don't have equipped, but more times than not, if you just have 3 or 4 weapons equipped and put the other ones in your inventory storage, you're only going to see the ammunition for the ones you have equipped for the most part. Also, not just from having that ammunition, but also in terms of upgrading the weapons, because for me personally, I use the pulse cutter, the plasma cutter, the pulse rifle, which was there just to kill ammunition for me sometimes. The contact beam, which is the highest damage weapon in the game, and then the force gun. Those are the weapons that I used to get through this whole thing, and by the time I was done this playthrough, I had the plasma cutter maxed out, I had the contact beam maxed out, and the force gun was really close. I didn't upgrade the pulse cutter, as I said. It was just to have something eat ammunition in case I didn't want to waste the ammunition for the other 3 weapons. But those are the things I had maxed out, as well as I had my suit maxed out as well. So those were the things I used the nodes on, but those are the weapons that I used to get through this whole thing pretty smoothly. The next tip that you want to do for this, and once again, this is a little something that I think a lot of people don't realize, is that yes, it is permadeath mode. If you die, game over. But as I said, I died a few times on this whole impossible mode. So, did I just start it from the beginning? No. There's a little leeway with it, and the leeway is this: if you know you're about to die, or even if you just make a mistake or mess up and think you can do a little bit better through a run, here's what you need to do: just pause the game and go back to the main menu. Or you can dashboard exit out. But as long as you don't see the black screen of death, I've had it where, you had the heart monitor go off when I died, but as long as you don't see the black screen of death, you should be good. And as of the time I'm recording this, that's not been something they've patched or fixed, but I did it multiple times. Not just when I'm about to die, but if I messed up, or I'm like, hey, I'd probably do that better without taking any damage or wasting that much ammunition, because it happens, because that's how the enemies spawn in this game. Sometimes they are all over the place, but just because you die, it's not the end. As long as you just catch it, just press the pause if you think you're about to, or you just did. Go back to the main menu, dashboard exit out, and you can get out of it completely. So you don't have to do it and start all over again and have that disaster. Tip number 4, and save the game. Seems pretty self-explanatory, right? But you're not limited to how many times you can save the game. And every time you pass by a save beacon, save. It's that simple. You can save as many times as you want, so you don't have to go backtracking and do anything. There's no limit to the save point, which kind of is surprising. That would definitely make it pretty impossible if you only had limited saves, but they didn't do that in this, so hey, you can abuse the save point. And the last point I'll make is one, and I'm kind of guilty of it too, and I did it a lot more in this playthrough, is another self-explanatory thing: use your Stasis and Kinesis. I get it, you want to be guns blazing, trigger happy, just firing your guns, and I understand, I get the feeling. The guns are great in this game, but your Stasis Kinesis will not only save you ammunition, it will also save you from getting hit more times than not. It will also let you use, as I said, their own arms and legs against them, so you can use that ammunition for something else and keep it on you. And as well as just having a variety. So I think in this, I just start throwing my own pickups that drop from the enemies, like ammunition and money, but everything can be used as a weapon. It can save you from getting hit, from taking more damage. And trust me, you need all the advantages you can get. But for someone that safely have now beaten impossible mode, it's not as impossible as it seems. I think the hardest part of it is just the start of it. You know, getting started, because you're at base stats and the enemies hit like a tank and a truck. But once you start getting started, start leveling up your stuff, level up your gear, it starts to get easier as time goes on. And by the end of the game, I had so much money, I didn't know what to do with it. But hopefully that can help you guys make impossible mode not so impossible in the end. And if you are able to beat this on impossible mode, you unlock the burnished suit and the hand cannon, which you can get at the store when you do a new game plus on this save file. And basically, the burner suit is a titanium rank for those who conquer the greatest challenges from how to scratch. So I'm going to equip that on here. We can see how cool that looks. And the last thing we want to equip is the hand cannon. Real space, real terror, real foam. And this thing, while it does look absolutely comical and hilarious, it is definitely no joke. And I just think I'm just laughing at it more just from the fact that when I think of hand cannon, I think of the Resident Evil 4 hand cannon. And this thing, very different, but also very effective. And as you got the two different alternate modes where you either saying bang bang or pew pew. But yeah, these are the rewards you get for beating it on impossible mode. I do like this rig. I do like the whole red lighting with it. But yeah, so how does the hand cannon work against the enemies? Yeah, the necromorphs, they don't really have too much of a chance here. Yeah, just absolutely annihilating them. But yeah, that is going to be it. Hopefully this whole tips and tricks video helps you guys make impossible mode not so impossible. I don't think it's that hard, to be honest with you. There's things they could have done to make it a lot more harder, like limited saves or something like that. But, and obviously knowing the whole thing around, if you do happen to die, it's not the end of the world. But obviously the hardest part is just getting it started. Once you just get it started and getting some nodes, start leveling up, it makes it so much more easier. But that's going to be it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and hopefully I can see you guys back on the next one. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the rest of your day, and I hope to see you all later. Peace.